Hello! Before I get into this, two things. My cat very conveniently has zoomies again, so apologies. But there's nothing really I can do about it. And then, PSA, just so to maybe save some people from a lot of hard work. The music in The Sims 4 is copyrighted, or whatever the terminology is. You cannot use it in videos, so mute your TVs or computers, whatever it is you play on, if this is something you're planning on uploading. Anyways, I'm doing this a lot. Okay, hang on again. Getting a kitten right before Christmas, I would highly recommend. It's so fun. Anyways, we're in The Sims. We're flipping houses. Today, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, episode 8. Okay, this is the Ophelia villa. It's a 30 by 20, 3-bed, 3-bath, 248, 516 simoleons. Yeah. Let's go check it out. Here we are. The Ophelia Villa. Okay, I need to show you guys this. This is hilarious. Look at this goober. I'll take a picture. I'm gonna get you out of there. Oh, come here. Let go of the tree. Oh, we're so sad. Okay. Ruining all the fun. Oh, such a lame mom. Okay. Anyways, here we are. Starting with the exterior. I love, oh, what is this style again? It's, Victorian. The Victorian style houses are probably some of my favorite houses in the whole world. I think they're gorgeous. Victorian and Tudor homes are my favorite style of homes. And then cabin, like log cabin, is probably number 3. Anyways. So already obsessed with the exterior. It feels a little plain to me though. I feel like more texture can be added to the corners and the curves to really just kind of make the Victorian style of this house pop. I need to focus. I have things that I'm supposed to be doing, but Goober is goobering too much. Yeah, so I feel like we could add some accents to really make the character of this house pop that much more. I really like kind of the dark color scheme we got going. I'm sure that's a shocker to everyone. The landscaping is actually pretty nice. I like it. Not a huge fan of the walls that surround the whole yard, but if I can control my screen properly. But the landscaping overall is pretty good. So I'll head inside now. Honestly, why do I like it? Initial first impression is a good one. I have to sneeze. What a chaotic episode. Hi guys. Let's start in the living room here. I would say there is zero wasted space. I feel like everything is pretty much maximized. You wouldn't really be able to fit much else in here. Very grand fireplace. I feel like can definitely use some more to make it pop. The wallpaper, I like the wallpaper, but it doesn't really accentuate the fireplace, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I like it. Let's see, and then we got oh, this bathroom is pretty gigantic. Definitely some wasted space in there. You could probably fit a whole bathtub in there and still maybe even have some more room on top of that. So bathroom's a little big, but, and the toilet seat is brown. That's gross. And then the kitchen, what? The flow of the kitchen is not there. I don't know what or why you need that entire little strip right there. That seems pretty unnecessary. I don't think it'd ever even get used. The fridge and the oven are fun. They have a lot of character in them. I think I like it. And I feel like the kitchen doesn't really fit the vibe of the house. Like over here and out here you have candelabras, you have like these knight statues, you have this super elegant Victorian style couches, oil lamps, and just a ton of like old-timey things. And then this is just like a tacky 70s kitchen. Bless you. Yeah. And then I don't think this chair is even attached to the dining set that's right here, which is too small for the area. You could make that significantly larger. So the kitchen's funky. Could use a better flow to it, but I feel like we've definitely seen worse. And then the dining room is really pretty. Tangent. Or I guess question. Am I goth? I know I don't look like your stereotypical goth. Like, I don't do the crazy makeup and all of that, and I'm currently wearing all black, but I do have colors in my wardrobe. But just like, my grandma's accused me of being goth. My boss's boss has accused me of being goth. He even like Googled and researched, like it was this whole thing. I went over to his office for a week to do some training. He did like a mini research project about the difference between goth and emo, and he decided that I was a goth. So there's that. And then just from the Sims series that I've been doing, I think every episode I have told you that I naturally lean towards darker color schemes. Like I'm just kind of naturally drawn to darker color schemes. And then just some of the music that I listen to. Am I goth? I wouldn't be upset. I just feel like I don't do the stereotype justice because I just look like a basic white girl, but what do I know? Anyways, back to the house. I really like it. I feel like, how many tiles wide is that? Yeah, the staircase is kind of wide. But I think for the scale of this house, it works pretty well. So heading upstairs, ooh, pink. That is a lot of pink. I'm not a pink person. At least not like this. Not a fan of that bedroom. Looking past the color though, the flow is actually pretty good and the layout is pretty good. It's just a lot of pink. It's pretty obnoxious. Let's head out to the common area though. I kind of like what's going on here. The grand piano thing. I feel like the rug isn't very fitting. Definitely could use a different rug. Same thing with this little divider. I feel like you have a very dark vibe out here in this little, is it a foyer? Anyways, you have a really nice dark color scheme, kind of this open area at the top of the stairs. And then you just have this bright white foldy thing. It doesn't really seem to fit, if you ask me. And then you have just kind of a really funky layout. Like, why is that wall way back there? You could drag it out and double the size of this restroom. Not double. Make it bigger though. And then the door to the patio is connected to the restroom. That's a little weird. And then back here, we have another restroom with just a ton of wasted space in it. And then this bedroom. The flow's a little funky, but it is a funky shaped room, so it kind of goes hand in hand. I like the bed. The bed is really pretty. I want that bed. It's a nice, ooh. I would sleep in that bed. Like, I would, so good in that bed. Wow. Anyways. And I feel like the rug blends in with the floors too much. Like, yes, it's there, it adds texture, adds character, but it's not, ooh, it's also not centered to anything. It's not centered to the bed, it's not centered to the couches. Yeah, there's a lot going on there that's not good. Lots of potential though, especially that bed. Take a fat nap in that bed. Heading up to our last floor. Suddenly, we're decorating with blue. We've had kind of this black and red theme throughout the whole house. I would even tie the pink into that to an extent. And now all of a sudden we have blue. That seems a little weird to me, especially in this obnoxiously bright red room. And I'd love to know what these curtains are. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand the colors either. Yeah, okay. So, final thoughts? Lots of good, lots of bad. We're going to turn into all good, though, in my opinion. So, let's go look at the flipped version. Okay, well, we're here at the flipped version of the Ophelia Villa. It's now a 2-bed, 3-bath, 187,972 simoleons. Lot traits are peace and quiet, private dwelling, and convenal. So, to kind of just go with the overall theme of this episode, I guess, and then also the Sims that were originally living in this house, I think their last name was Goth. So I just let myself loose on this house, let out my inner goth that I maybe have, and just went crazy. So my brain right now, I'm sorry. Welcome to my version of goth. Okay, we're here. Let's go a little deeper. Before I do though, just a fun, silly thing. I do have a goth friend back home, and so if you just happen to find yourself watching this, let me know how I did, and let me know what you think about me. Am I goth? Help me out here, because I am confused. Yeah, let's start with the outside here. I know I said that I liked the landscaping, but I still redid all of it anyways. Went for... I don't know if I really went for anything. Symmetry, for sure, was a focus. I still wanted it to look very elegant and planned. But I wanted to bring in some pops of color and give a bit more of a front yard with some lawn. And then I threw some trees in here on the side, and then of course I have my patch of wildflowers that I talk about, I think, pretty much every episode. And then around back, more trees. And I put a hedge maze back here. It's honestly really easy to figure out, but I thought it was fun. So yeah, there's that. That's the outside, and so let's head inside. Whoa, whoa, oh goodness gracious. Okay, we'll start with the main entrance. I kept the original, I think it was black marble floors that were in the house. I just kind of shrunk it to be just the entrance area. Added a bench where you can take off your shoes and a nice little rug, some plants, candelabras. Kept all of the original windows and doors. Kept the 3 tile wide stairs. But then to bring in some natural tones, we went for a nice dark wood with herringbone layout. And so then we'll head into the living room here. Kind of kept the same idea, just changed the floor plan a little bit. So we have kind of a library immediately when you walk in here, with a little table where you can read. And then we shifted our fireplace to this exterior wall and then used some nice river stone to really kind of accentuate and frame it a bit. And then threw some greenery up there, and then added a nice little seat and a stool where you can, again, read or just enjoy a cup of tea by the fire, maybe hot cocoa, coffee, whatever your drink preferences are. And then we shifted our living room over to this area, and then I wanted to bring in just a little pop of color with the rug. I actually used my friend back home for a lot of inspiration in this house, so I guess it was kind of designed for her in a way, but while still remaining true to myself and my style. So then down the hall, we have shrunk the restroom, so now it's purely just a powder room, toilet, sink, nothing fancy. Got my favorite mirror in there. Went pretty... I don't know, I kept it pretty simple. Yeah, and then shifting back over here to the dining room. Carried that blue that was in the living room back into here as well. And then just some greenery pictures and some shelving storage. Nothing super crazy. Maybe this is like the table that like you display all your dishes on when you have parties or whatever, host some kind of something. But yeah, so then heading into the kitchen, gave it a much more open floor plan, so there's no more closed doors you have to walk through. We got this nice arch here, and then there's an arch over here too. So now you kind of have this whole loop throughout the house and it flows much better in my opinion. The kitchen's a little bit smaller, but I feel like the flow is a lot better. Got this massive island, beautiful black countertop or beautiful black cabinets with kind of some darker brassy bronze finishes. A beautiful hood. Went for a more industrial look in here. And then a much larger informal dining area. And then on this wall, we got a built-in pantry, some little aprons, and a little cabinet just for more storage. Yeah, that's this base floor. I'm huge on natural light. I'll probably do a video rant about natural light and the psychological effects that it has on humans. So took all the curtains off the windows just to let that natural light into the home and to really let kind of the black framing of the windows speak for themselves. I don't know. Heading upstairs, except the kept the same concept that again was originally here, just changed the flow a little bit more, and made it into much more kind of an elegant setting, much more friendly setting, much more inviting. Yeah, so just shifted the piano and then threw some couches back there. And just a really nice kind of conversation area here at the top of the stairs. And then we moved, or threw in a chess table over here, a nice little rug. And then this bedroom, I had a lot of fun with this one. I really like how it turned out. You had a little reading nook over here in the corner, and then you got the bed in the center of the room. It's not pushed up against any walls or anything, which I think is super fun. Your dresser over here, and then on the flip side, you have another little seating area, again, where you can read or drink your morning coffee, whatever. Hang out with friends, watch the sunset, whatever your heart desires. And then the bathroom, there's not a mirror in here, but there is a massive window that looks directly at the trees. You can do some bird watching while you brush your teeth. I don't know. But I really like how it turned out. I really like the finish. I really, really like these windows. I think they're super, super pretty. And then backing up a little bit, we have another just powder room for guests to use if you're hanging out over here or upstairs, which we'll get to in a minute. And then back here is the master suite. It's windy. We shifted the door to the patio here, so now you don't have to go through the restroom to get to the upstairs patio, which is really nice. And then a little bit smaller of a seating area in the master, but that's okay. I don't think you'd spend too much time in there. I feel like you'd spend most of your time downstairs or upstairs. But then really comfy bed. Got another fireplace up here. Put it on a huge, oh, I forget what these are called. Yeah, I forget the name. But just kind of a huge fireplace feature wall. And I actually perfectly lined it up with the fireplace that is downstairs, because in older homes, each bedroom does get its own fireplace. And most of the time, I don't really know how they did it, but they would connect them so that they could use like less chimney spouts. But yeah. And then head over here into the master bathroom. I had a lot of fun with this one. Got Got a fun little feature wall here with the bathtub, and then you got your toilet hidden back over here, his and her sink. And then I made a whole, I want to talk about this backsplash for a second. I feel like it looks like the night sky, and I thought that was super cool. So we did that in there, and then we did it in the entire shower as well, which this is not a functioning shower in game, but the idea is that this is a whole shower room, and so these little brass guys are your drains down here, and then there's some kind of, oh yeah, I'm pretending that this light is a waterfall shower head. So yeah, just a really cool master bathroom. Yeah, so then heading upstairs, I feel like if you're gonna have a flat roof, you should construct it in a way that you can use it. So up here, I turned into a entertainment space. So you have this little dry bar on the inside, and then a little mini fridge, another bookshelf, because you never know. But then if you head outside, you have another bar. Dry bar? Wet bar? What's the difference, honestly? I don't even know. Got some gaming tables, got some outdoor music, lots of greenery, another kind of outdoor living space. Just a fun place where you can come kind of entertain, have parties and whatnot. And I did my best to kind of try to hide it a little bit. So that as people pass by, they don't see all the stuff on the roof. But yeah, so this is my interpretation of kind of a Gothic home with a Victorian architecture style. Really kind of accentuated the character a bit more, I feel like. I think it pops a lot more and is just much more interesting to look at. So if you like what you see, I do upload all of my houses to the Sims gallery. I upload the builds as soon as I'm done building them, so you could even get sneak peeks into future episodes if you wanted to. If you hated it, you could also come in here and download it and flip it again yourself. But yeah, that's about all I got. Sorry for my cat at the beginning of the episode. It was hilarious though. And thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Much, much love. And I hope to see you back next week. Go check out the other stuff on my channel. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, love you guys. See you next week. Have a blessed day.